think we wiped off the whole tape.
Right.
When it's on record, you go backwards and it erases, right?
Yes.
Hello, this is Jeff Connor.
And Harold Littleton.
And my car, Jeff. Miles an hour, 8.92. Hi, Tom. This is Jeff. What you just heard was Harold's Corvair. We souped it up a little bit.
I was in the car when he was taping. I was laughing like a son of a gun.
It was pretty cool. That was out on Summit Street. I was looking all over for the police.
They weren't around. They couldn't find us.
Yeah.
Strips all the way up and down Summit Street. Pretty neat.
We had a
catch it and confiscate my tape recorder.
we had to find a dry spot. There was a lot of wet spots in the road. Going 120 on wet spots ain't too cool.
Especially the ice ones.
When we first started out at the beginning of the tape, we had to erase everything because I ran out of gas right in the middle of a run. That's what I thought I did. Later it was okay. I didn't flood it. Or I didn't wind it out too far. Well, Harold, say something.
Hi, Tom. How you been? How's the base treating you?
Hey, you gotta show me this, your room and where you stay and everything. Take some pictures. And I'll send you some pictures too. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll write you sometime next week.
Yeah. I'll write you whenever I ain't busy. Of course, ain't too often. I'm always doing something. I got a picture here of your car. I don't know where Karen cut it out or you sent it. It says GTX. They're pretty nice looking, but they don't run real good. I don't really like them. I like them, but they just don't run as good as they should. What? Rolly got a brand new Charger. Yeah. It's blue.
With red line tires.
Yeah, blue with red line tires. The color's too dark, I think. Don't you?
No, it's something like that. What kind of blue is that? Sapphire blue, something like that.
They got another new car out, a 383
Barracuda.
Yeah.
With a 383, they're putting the 426 in it too.
I hear with the automatic 383, they run in the 15. That ain't too good.
No.
It ain't as good as it should be. It should be a lot better. Your new Mustangs really run good though. I ain't seen one around though. I've been looking for 'em.
Falcons don't run.
Hey, guess what, Tom? Your muffler's off.
Is it?
Probably
Yeah.
that now. Jerry just went down there and pulled back up.
We gotta went and tape some of your car with your muffler off. We've been pretty good.
God, that goes pretty fast. Tom, my Corvair's got a 396 in it now. You just heard it a few minutes ago. No
Yeah.
fooling.
Hey, anything you want us to tape, just send me a letter and tell me, and I'll tape it. No matter what it is, I hope. If I can find it. Anything you want to hear at all. Anybody you want to talk to or anything like that.
I quit my job, Tom. I'm going to school for 3 months, then I get another job.
Yeah, well.
Big deal.
That ain't,
Supposed to get a job at Wright Tool and Die starting December 28th. And supposed to get a 4-year deferment. I ain't getting drafted.
I am pretty soon. I wonder if you know a guy named Darryl Carmoni. He's got a 442 over in the point. It's a green one. He got it balanced and all that 450 tubes and all that neat stuff. He works right next to me every day, and someday he wants me to go race him. I don't know where I sit or not because I think he's gonna run all over me. He's got a 433 and he's got everything. I think, man, it's supposed to really run good. I'd probably get snowed under pretty bad.
Not with me driving.
Yeah, sure. Hey, how do you like them candid sounds of them at the beginning? Pretty cool, huh? I thought you'd like it, so I put it way up front. It's a good thing to open it up with.
Deb and Darla says hi, and today, Friday, December the 2nd, is Deb's birthday, and my birthday is December 30th. That's on
And
Friday,
mine's
too.
22nd, and I don't know when yours is, but...
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's hard to think anything to say, especially when you gotta say it, right?
Yeah. I took my car in to get it fixed today because my heaters are leaking water. I had about 3 inches of water in my car last time it rained.
I went to the Rod and Custom Show, me and Harold and Debbie and Darla. They didn't have a whole lot of cars there, but they had some real neat ones.
Yeah.
You should have seen them all.
Yeah.
Judy Marlowe was candidate for Queen. And,
Queen of
what?
Queen of Sheba.
they had a dragster there that went 300 mile an hour in a quarter at 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Weighed 800 pounds and carried 600 pounds of fuel. And they had all kind of new stuff there, didn't they?
Yeah.
And
They had
bat car, boy, that was a
Batmobile.
piece of junk.
Yeah.
And the body work on it is terrible.
It's all scratched up and
Yeah.
chipped. And
It looks like real cheap fiberglass, like
Yeah.
on those Griffins. Well, anything else? Harold?
Hey, Tom, me and Jeff and Deb and Darla went down Suter with my car in these snowdrifts. Almost got stuck a couple times. I got so much snow in the front of my car I couldn't turn the wheels. I had to get out and shovel it out about 5 or 6 times. Boy, it was really cool. I was plowing through these snowdrifts higher in my car. I hit this one. The front wheels went off the ground. I almost landed in a ditch. Man, it was a riot.
You should have seen it, man. It was really neat. I had a crash on when I was bombing around. All these other cars got stuck, but we never got stuck. We got stuck once, but we just pushed it out. There was no effort in it at all.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty neat. Yeah, besides that, it was cool.
Yeah.
You should see the river. It's freezing over. Is it freezing over there? Go take a look.
Becky Sizemore just had her baby. It was a boy, and how much did it weigh?
I don't know.
We don't know how much it weighed, but it must be a pretty big boy.
Boy, it must have been a boy, too.
Yeah.
Besides that, it must have been a boy. Noise.
No, we can't think of nothing to say.
Tapes are pretty long, longer than you think. Harold's got to go to school. It's 2 o'clock, and I got to go to work.
Yeah.
We've been out bumming around all morning. I went to the bank this morning, and I left my check at home and took my stub, and I handed the stub to the teller. Boy, did she give me a funny look.
Jeff was out in the parking lot last night getting home from work, and he thought he locked the door, and his other door smashed on his car because he put it on this rack down the Pure gas station. He let the rack down with the door open, and it hit the oil rack, and it bent it all to pieces, man. And he was out in the parking lot, and he tried to open it, and he thought it was locked. The other side, I don't know what I'm saying. And it wasn't locked, so he tries to get on the other side, and he bent it up some more, and it wasn't locked when he got inside. He's a dumb kid, boy. He's really dumb.
Yeah. Oh, man. The reason the car sounds pretty funny in third and fourth gear is I don't have no synchronizer, and it's sort of hard shifting sometimes. And I got to get that fixed pretty soon.
Got to drive Jeff's car today for the first time, man. It's really cool.
Hey, when we went down in the bank building, you know, it's got 20 stories in the building, and so we was waiting for the bank to open, and so we got in the elevators and we was going to take some rides, and so we got up to the 20th floor and we started looking out the window, and I want to go out the fire escape. My hero was chicken. He wouldn't go. And so we went down in the elevator, and when we got in, I pushed all 20 buttons. And we got sick on the way down, had to get out.
Tom, take care of yourself and be good. Don't hustle too many babes. Send a couple over to me. I need them. Be good, Tom.
Well, you need them for it.
Get married, Tom. Not really.
Harold's getting married, Tom, not really. He's just joking, really.
Jeff's getting married. Guess
Not
who?
really.
Becky Butcher.
John Stanley is supposed to marry Darla Mail, and boy, that is. He got a new engine in it, and man, it's still slower than it was. And that ain't nothing. Guess who Harold's gonna marry? Judy Bernhardt.
I had Deb take my car, and she ran into this old car and smashed the side of it up, but it's not too bad, about $20 worth damage.
The tape's almost out, so I'm gonna have to say goodbye. This morning I got a letter in the mail that says, you are hereby directed to present yourself for the Armed Forces Physical Examination by reporting at the Greyhound Bus Station, 811 Jefferson Avenue, Toledo, Ohio, on December 15, 1966, at 5:30 in the morning. Ain't that something, Tom? Sound familiar? Wayne's here with me, and he wants to say a few things to you. Not talking, Wayne. Go ahead.
How you been, Tom? Old buddy. How's life over there?
France.
Stuff. In France.
Has the river froze over yet?
When getting my notice to go for my physical, man, I feel a lot different. I don't know what I'm going to do. Went out running around without my mufflers for a while and tried to think of something, but it's sort of hard. Hope I don't have to go till I get the car paid off. At least I'll have something when I come back for a while. And, oh well, don't worry. I ain't going to worry about it. There's lots of other fish in the sea and all that neat kind of stuff you can say, but what the heck. I hear you're going to Paris this week, and I hope you have a good time. And, well, wherever I'm at, I'll send you something. You can send me something. Make it about 5'4" and 115 pounds.
We'll see, Tom. This is me again, Wayne. Just been running around, doing nothing.
Yeah, as usual.
As usual.
Where are you?
Messing around with Jeff. And this dude's an animal. And he's just bombing around with his mufflers off and everything. Crazy.
Hey, Jeff.
You know, been working down the gas station, messing around, doing nothing, making all kinds of money.
Bob Stanley was down there, too. Bought his brother. He bought John's cycle. Now he's a cool cat because he's got a set of wheels.
It's all two.
Two wheels, big deal. Oh, yeah. On the other side, all we did was talk about cars. But on this side, I try and figure out something else to talk about. Like cars, maybe. I hear our buddy Tom Slankel's in jail for 30 days. He's in for assault and battery. The funny thing about it is he didn't do it, Mike did. And that, they don't believe him or anything. I took him down to the courthouse.
He's down at the gas station that kid he assaulted.
Oh, yeah. I took him down to the courthouse and for his first trial, and he didn't have a lawyer, so they gave him time to get a lawyer. And when we was leaving the courtroom, two detectives nabbed him, dragged him up to the jail, and I'm following him along, and he's yelling, "Get a lawyer, tell my mother." And I says, "Anything else you want me to do?" And the cop turns around and he says, "Yeah, get lost." I thought that was pretty funny. Harold is trying to run around with a camera to take my picture, because nobody's ever got a picture of me, and every time I turn around, he's got a camera, you know, and he tries to take my picture. It's pretty funny. He ain't got one yet. He's wasted about a roll of film. I hear that you wrote everybody a letter almost on the same day. Congratulations, because I almost can't do it. I can barely write one a month or anything like that. I'll send you some tapes all the time. And like I said before, anything you want me to tape, just yell and I'll send it over to you. There's your dad and your mother and Brenda and Carmen and your mother was watching the baby for, I don't know where she went, she just came in. Wayne's sitting here trying to think of something to do and he's just blabbing and not saying a thing. Gary just sent a package. It's a pretty big one, man. It's about 2 foot square. I don't know what's in it. They're gonna open it right now. I hate the mail. Same old guys are hanging around in the point and just driving their cars around and making like a big deal, you know, and all that. And he sent it kind of stuff. Well, we got a new charger. I already told you that, but I haven't rode in it yet. I hear it's pretty nice. Harold's dying for a new car now that, you know, he drove the Charger and he drove my car. And now he wants, you know, something like, you know, Chevy 2 or something that's really supposed to be fast. I went over there this morning and I saw George as usual. He's hanging out down at Tulsa Station. Murphy, he's got that new Chevy. He sits in Frisch's for about 6 hours a day, 6 or 7 hours a day, and he just sits there and sits there and sits there. And you can tell he just washes his car every day because he drives in with water all over it. Every time I go by there, I mean, 2 o'clock in the morning, he's just sitting there in the inn, right on the inn, by himself, just sitting there, not doing anything. I guess he's just trying to be seen or something.
Hey, Tom, remember we went swimming in the creek?
Yeah, I remember when we went skiing in March, way out in the bay. We sat on the island, you know, and we picked off that bird in a tree about 500 yards in one shot without a scope off a 44-year-old gun. Not quite, but pretty close to it.
Hey, guess what I did a couple days ago? I was at work, man. I dropped this barrel on my toe, and my toenail came off, man. It's really bad. It's been hurting for about a week.
He's just kidding.
No, hey. That's it.
Oh, your sister's got some pictures. Who painted those? Oh, your mother's aunt painted some pictures and sent them in there. Pictures of little kids in there in frames. I think it's supposed to be Christmas presents. They just got them in the mail. And Gary sent your mother some spoons, I think. I don't know.
Spoon and a fork from the Philippines.
From the Philippines. It's pretty neat. A big wooden fork and a big wooden spoon. Long piece of rope, and you hang it on the wall, and you got a fork and a spoon on the wall, and anybody with a mouth that big ought to be shot. It's a pretty nice day out here, except it's nice and cold. I mean, like it's only about 10 degrees outside, but
Man, it really snowed too.
Snowed, yeah, about a quarter of an inch last night. Oh, Harold was explaining something about my car the other night. I went out to the parking lot to get in the car, and you have to go on the passenger side. Well, I stuck the key in the lock and opened it up, you know, and I thought the door was shut and locked, and I couldn't pull it open. I thought it was frozen too. So I went around and I opened the other door and I pull it back, you know, and I'm bending up the door and everything, you know, trying to get in the car. And I finally get in the car and I shut the door and I look over and the other door wasn't frozen. It was just locked. And I couldn't get in it. And I tore up my other door trying to get in. Well, we got 45 more round pieces of tape to go through yet. We got, oh, guess what? Nothing. The latest rumor is John Stanley's supposed to get married. I don't really bet on it.
Donald Mayo.
Yeah, especially to Donald Mayo. You know what I mean? Anyway, everybody says he's supposed to, but I sure don't believe it.
Got a new whiskey cam and his vet thinks it runs now.
Yeah,
It
it's
don't.
slower than it was before. Drives like a maniac.
She's here it bogging down all the time. It's really funny.
Yeah,
It is.
I know it. He can't do nothing with that car. Yeah, I'll tell you, that thing is, somebody walked alongside, I think, and kicked a big hole in the rocker panel and busted all the fiberglass up. It's pretty funny. He's still running around with that white tape saying it's super cheap on the side. Is that ever cool? Wayne's over here is practicing to be a pool hustler. Goes down to Pee Wee's and shoots every day and tries to beat everybody and all that neat kind of stuff. Yeah. He's pretty good, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Moose is back in town. I think he's here for the weekend, I'm not sure. He must have got a 3-day pass. And, and he brags more than anybody else, you know. Like everything, he's that way, and I hope he don't hear this tape. And he comes over, you know, and says, hey, let me listen to some tape. And he hears that, you know, and he says, I gotta find that Jeff. I want to punch him in the mouth. Harold's birthday is on the 28th of this month, and all he talks about all the time is going out and getting plastered. And that kid must, man, I don't know, after about 4 or 5 beers, he's going to start wobbling and all that kind of stuff. And then finally he's going to just keel over and I'm going to die laughing. Yeah, that's all he talks about. Yesterday was Debbie's birthday, and he gave her a camera and a whole bunch of other stuff. And she kept running around taking pictures, and nobody ever got one of me yet. The Army might, but nobody else will. Hey, Don Kohler got a new car. He got a 66 Chevy, a white one, just like his other one. It's a 283 Super. No, it's not Super Sport, but it's an Impala, I think. I only saw it a couple of times. It don't run real good, but it looks pretty nice. It'll be beat just like his other one, and just like mine, and just like that. Right now, my car's stuck in 3rd gear, and I can't get it out. How about that? Ha ha. That guy that runs the marathon station over in the point was coming down Summit Street, and I was beside him, and he punched it, and I sort of like downshifted a second and punched it, and you know, I was leaving him behind the house, and I got stuck in 2nd gear, and it wouldn't come out. And so I just came over to your house and started talking on the tape. We're running out of tape, so I guess we're going to have to say goodbye pretty soon. You can't ever tell, man. I ain't used to these tapes yet. I'll send you another tape. And remember, if there's anything about the tape, just let me know.
Hey, Tom, hey, take it easy over there, man. You know, have a lot of fun, but, you know, just don't think about it. Just try not to think about, you know, coming home too much.
Think about it a lot.
Don't worry. Yeah, worry.
Yeah. Hey, watch out for those Vietnamese or whatever they are. They're sneaky.
Hey, watch out for that French underground. Hey, those dudes are rough. Those dudes are crazy, man.
And if you've seen any parlez-vous français, send me over some.